All right. And we are live. Hey, everybody in the chat. How's it going? Welcome to Work After Hours. Tonight is probably just going to be... Which way are you? That way. It's just probably just going to be Builder and myself. Oh, and that's my sound. But welcome, everybody, to our bi-weekly live chat where we chit-chat about guns and stuff. I'm not a good host tonight. Again, I didn't prep any news stuff. But we do have one news thing that's pretty much on the front of everybody's minds as far as gun stuff goes. And then I got some Q&A questions this week from our YouTube page. I posted a thing asking for some questions, and you guys delivered. We've got some questions. So with that being said, Builder, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. Yep.
You seem more awake tonight than you were last time.
Probably.
Did you?
The only thing I remember about the last one was I was sleepy.
You were sleepy, and we only went for like an hour.
Was Humble
Which
on
was
that one?
nice. No, Humble wasn't here.
Okay.
I don't know. He's playing hooky a lot. Jordan, we prep about once every 4 shows. I actually prep.
Yeah, he actually sent me an email like an hour ago.
Yeah, so I did prep, just not well.
So I had to read the show notes and everything, and then I added one word to it.
Did you really?
I did.
I didn't even look at it.
You'll see.
What's that word say?
Ew.
Oh, it's in the first thing, isn't it?
In the very bottom.
Yep. Where the hell is my... Oh, because I put in that. I use Google Drive to do this, and I just put in Docs instead and totally lost my spot. Okay, so going back over to the chat, where is Humble? So Humble is at a professional thing tonight. So I wasn't about... He's... I don't know exactly what he's doing, but it's something professional, and that beats YouTube. Every time. What? I'm getting... No.
Hey,
I'm
Grey
getting a
Note
weird
one's on.
light glare. Huh?
Grey Note one's on.
Grey Note one's on?
Mm-hmm.
Hey. We can do that.
Mail him a letter in his new P.O. box.
If Grey Note, do you have a... He's got a... Yeah. Let me grab something really quick.
Oh, he said never mind.
Aw, you bum. We are actually going to send you one. Okay. Anyway, go back over to the chat. Sorry. Hi, everybody. Yeah, many things. Humble. Man, I still got this damn cough. Humble is off at a professional thing. Kathleen, how's it going? Humble did dump me. He's exclusively talking to Builder now. Yeah, that's great. No, that's why Humble took that down, is because he wasn't going to be here. He didn't want to waste Q&A questions on a Q&A that he wasn't going to be in. So, I mean, I guess I kind of understand. No, I understand. He's busy. He's got his own stuff going on many, many states away from us. So, for those of you who don't know, Builder and I live up in Indiana, and Humble's all the way down in Texas. So, not only is he on a completely different time zone, but doing completely different stuff. So, okay, so let's go ahead and hop into our first topic of the night, and that would be Glock's big announcement on the 10th. So for those of you who haven't heard, Glock is making a big hullabaloo again. This is like Springfield level hype that they're pulling.
Springfield, I'll give Springfield this. They are good on their hype.
They are good on their hype. And they deliver-ish. Like the Saint was a little bit of a letdown. The Hellcat was a pretty damn cool thing, though. So yeah. So Glock's got a release on the 10th of Springfield level proportions, and I figured we'd just chit-chat a little bit about what we thought it was and if we were excited or not. So, Builder, what are some of your ideas about what it... I know that you're... Yeah. Well, first of all, are you excited?
I'm not even, like, a little bit excited.
Yeah.
My opinions on Glocks have changed a lot over the years, and
over the last like 6 months.
Yeah, even the last 6 months. And honestly, at this point, if it's not a Glock, if it's not a Gen 5 17 MOS, there's
Doesn't that already exist?
Yes, there's no interest for me. So my guess is that they're going to do something like drop the 47.
Yep.
And they're going to be like, oh man, check this out. It's a Glock 47. And then a bunch of people are going to buy it and realize that they're holding a 17. Especially when you put a light on it.
Yep. Well, so I've got the 47 is the one that they made for Border Patrol, right? With the
it's a
17
Glock 45 frame
with the 17
link slide,
yep.
But it's compatible with. It has essentially a 19 compatible barrel.
Okay,
so you can put it on a 19 frame.
Right. Here is my guess in order of likelihood. Starting from most likely. Most likely is the civilian G47. Second most likely is the civilian G46. That would be their new rotating barrel thing. That would be an excuse for the hype. Option number 3 is a 19L using that the 47 slide on the 19 frame. And option number 4 is exactly what Reload Rap just said, a Glock carbine. I've seen a couple of people, apparently at SHOT Show last year, Glock's tables had 5.56 casings on them instead of, So I don't think it'll be a PCC. I do not think that Glock will make. I think if they're going to jump into the rifle game, they're going to go with a mid-length or a mid-rifle caliber, like a 5.56 or maybe a 6.5. Like if they came out with the first dedicated 6.5 platform, I mean, they would get a lot of interest then, and that would be worthy of Springfield level hype. So those are my ideas. The carbine is the very last option that I think will come out. I think it's probably going to be the 47, but 47 or 46 is my guess in the civilian market.
It sounds like they already have it out to influencers.
Really?
Yeah, one of the Glock posts, or the post that was talking about whatever it was, True Exodus commented and said he already knows what it is.
So let me ask the chat. If Glock came out with a carbine, would that excite you? Because I see Jordan saying he can't think anything Glock would come out that'd be exciting. Let's see. Locke says Glock is fine, but they never really do anything interesting. So I'm seeing a lot of. It's not even negativity. It's just Glock has been so underwhelming to their fan base.
I guess I have another thing that we might add in the list, and I'm going to push it to number 2. I think the 47 is going to happen. But I'm going to say number 2 would be, just knowing Glock, would be Gen 5 40 cals.
That's actually what Humble guessed.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Gen 5 35. But here's the thing, is somebody in the know told Humble that the thing that is coming out would not interest someone like him, is what the guy said.
So that would be a 40.
Well, no, because by someone like him, I would assume it would be, he would say he was talking competition shooters, and 35s are actually, I mean, that would excite somebody in the competition world. If you could shoot a 35, a major power factor, that is kind of with a Gen 5, because
but there's no major in carry optics.
That's true. But I've said it a lot that the Gen 5 is enough of a leap over a Gen 4 that it really is a worthwhile gun. Like if you're like, for you, if you were going out and looking for a new Glock, I would push you away from the Gen 4 and I would shove you to the Gen 5 because it's that much better. But
Razor on here, yeah. Razor JB is pretty adamant that it's going to be a 22.
I saw that. He also says Gen 5 40 cals are already out of the local PDs, being released in shop, but not legendary. This is a 22 caliber pistol on the 10th. What Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't see any reason for Glock to come out with a 22. That's my big thing. But I mean, it's Glock. They don't do things that make sense. Right? I mean, let's
Yeah.
be honest. They don't do things that the fan base, and I call it fan base instead of customers for a reason, because the people who are rooting for this are more than just customers. Glock has a fan base. And those guys are going to root for him. But
Hold on.
oh, are you going off Professor? What he said?
Yep.
What Professor? What broke on your 507? I have heard of a couple of 507s having issues. Early on,
ones had issues.
like
a lot.
early on, yeah. Maybe his are early, and he's just having the issues. Manny Thing says a double barreled Glock. Damn, I can't talk tonight. The minus button stopped working. That's okay. You don't need the minus button. Just crank that crap up and just let her eat.
Don't use it at night.
No, get a hold of Hollison. I'll bet they'll fix that. From what I've heard, they've got a decent customer service, and they get on stuff like that pretty quickish. So, yeah.
It would be crazy if they came out with the forever teased by people on Photoshop, the Glock 1911.
That would be funny. There is no way in hell.
Oh, no.
That will never happen. Oh, good. Professor did get it sent out on warranty. That's good. Oh, that's right. Actually, Locke, that is in our Q&A question, but we'll go ahead and jump to that. Who asked that? I don't remember. You may have actually...
Nope.
No, I don't remember who asked that. Okay. So one of our Q&A questions is, since H&K released the SP5, an MP5 pistol, do we still suck? And does H&K still hate us? So basically, does H&K still view us all as
instead of still sucking, are we still pores?
And we are. Essentially, we are still the pores.
Always will be.
Oh. So basically with the, I mean, so Builder, I think your thought on the H&K is very similar to mine. It's nifty. It's cool. It's about time that they bring it here. I don't want one. For that type of money, that's not what I'm interested in. What are your thoughts on that thing?
I think an MP5 is amazing.
They are.
But for the other things on the market, it's just unrealistic. I heard that the starting price on the SP5 is going to be somewhere around 28. Correct me if I'm wrong. But for 2,800, you could...
MSRP is 28. They're selling for 25.
Okay. So even then, for 25, I believe you can get a B&T. You could get a Scorpion and trick it out so it doesn't suck. You can get a couple Strybogs and just dual wield. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm rambling, but I don't think it's the best option out there. Unless you want an M5, and then for sure it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going for like the pure cool factor, like nostalgia factor, you can't get a cooler subgun than an MP5. Like even an Uzi, I would still, the MP5 is like more of the cool fact. I know you love Uzis.
I love Uzis. I love Max more.
But right. But the MP5 is just one of the coolest, most iconic ones out there. I just don't want to spend that much money on the thing. For Reload Wrap says for $2,800 you could get an entire case of reload wraps. Hey, you know what? If you use the coupon code WorkTheTrigger for 15% off, you can get a case and like almost a quarter. Hey. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. H&K, I have a love-hate relationship with H&K. I like them. They're cool. I just don't think they're worth the money that H&K wants for them. And that's just me being a poor. Actually, it's me. you guys know me. You guys know that I'm very picky about where I spend my money. And it's not so much that I won't spend on quality. It's that I'm not going to overspend on the quality of one name when I can get the same quality from a different manufacturer with a different name. If that makes sense. You know, like a Glock is going to run just as good as an H&K for $300 less. So, or I guess, how much is a VP9 now?
I think there's 6 or so.
Okay, so you're talking $100 less for actually a more reliable pistol in that case. Because VP9's not bad, but
take the Glock factor out because they're typically overpriced in M&P. Honestly,
that's kind of my point. Like, yeah, even M&P or my EDC, my P10 is super freaking reliable, and they go for like $425. So, okay, so back to the chat. Oh, Kyle says they've got an OG. I'm guessing he's talking MP5 for 18 grand at his local gun store. Oh, are you still running that face shooter trigger?
In my 19.
Okay.
You haven't got me a new one yet.
I'm working on it. I can't even get myself a new trigger. I'm still waiting on Overwatch to get back to me there. I need to bug them again. It's one of those times where like it's been so long and I've been bugging them so much that I almost feel bad when I reach out.
I get it.
Kathleen, I am fully aware that Builder's beard is significantly better than mine.
I fucked it up.
It's it's not even a contest. I'm not challenging him. I promise. I'm just sick of shaving. Actually, it's funny. The longer your beard gets, the more maintenance it is with like trying to make it not look insane, especially with how like scraggly mine gets up here.
Jordan, you need to share what information you have.
Dang it, Jordan. That's no fair. Let me check something really quick. Nope. Okay.
Checking to see if he sent you something on Instagram.
It's funny. Sometimes we'll just be sitting here in a chat and all of a sudden, boom, I'll get messages on my phone and it's somebody from the chat shooting me information about something like a picture or, yeah. Hey, Kyle says, sorry. He thought you were humble for a second. The beard threw him off.
I've been called worse.
Yeah. I think I just called you humble like 10 times last time. So,
yeah.
Oh, Kyle, it's okay. He'll get over it. I promise. You didn't hurt his feelings too much. By the way, Kyle, your striker's in the mail. Boom. Got it mailed out today. It wasn't cheap.
That one to South Africa hurt you.
It did. Actually, the package to South Africa cost as much to ship as the swag packs did. And I mean, the swag guys got they got a hat, a cup, koozies. They got a Work the Trigger shirt. By the way, everybody, if you want Work the Trigger gear, I know that this is like you probably don't, but if you do, I have a Teespring site, and the premium shirt on the Teespring site is actually really nice. Like, sorry, Builder, it's actually better than the shirt I got you.
Oh wow, the one you got me is pretty comfortable.
These are better.
I don't even get it anymore. My wife wears both of them.
What? She gets out more, so it's advertising, so that's all right.
Yeah. She wears them when she's working out.
Holy crap! Kyle just sent me nice.
Whoa.
Hey, Kyle, thanks, man. That was complete. I mean, you didn't have to do that but I appreciate it very much. That helps out in all the stuff that we do, and anytime that
Manny
you guys
said I have to flex on the pores, but I don't have anything to flex with.
Wait, who said you had to flex on the pores?
Manny did.
Uh-oh.
You got a Beretta.
Does
that count?
I don't have any pore flexing ability either.
I don't even know if I have any pore flexing ability in that room.
Professor says he wishes the Hollison 509 was an RMR footprint and not a rail mount. Which one's the 509?
I know this. I know this. I don't remember which one. I will not shave.
Oh, oh yeah. It actually looks a lot like a
It's like the 512 but smaller.
It looks a lot like an acro.
Okay.
I can't. Let me see if I can share screen.
Jordan sent
that's gonna
message.
That's gonna mess things up. To you or to both of us?
To both of us. Now I'm really disappointed. It appears he is as well.
The hell is the second one?
Sorry to keep you guys out of the loop.
I think it was the wrong. Okay. Yeah. But essentially, meh. What is? Man, my light is. Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. I got a.
Oh, now Gray Note's bragging that he's got a rolling special and an accuracy international.
Oh,
joke's on you. I have a Henry 22.
Sorry, I finally figured out. No, that wasn't what was causing the glare. Why is the glaring so bad? There we go. That's better. Sorry, it was bouncing off of my DPM recoil reduction systems. I don't know if you guys have seen these things. They're actually, it's like a 4-piece recoil system for, this one's for P10s. And it's actually pretty freaking cool. And it works really well. So we're testing that out in my competition gun right now. Hey, Harry is here. Harry, how's it going, man? Man, how much is the 509? I didn't even look.
509's pricey.
470.
Holliston has a few dots that are really expensive.
They do, but I mean, if you think about it, for what Holliston is,
I assume the 509 is probably titanium too.
I don't think it is. The titanium dots that they have are tip. Oh yeah, it is. It's a 509T. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, 509. So it's a 470 for a titanium mailbox dot.
That's not bad.
What's the acro? 6?
6 or 7.
Harry says 379 seems to be what he's seeing, so that's pretty darn good. Reload wrap, we can't share it. We were sworn to secrecy. I mean he's like a really long way away and actually can't physically do harm to us. But if we tell you, then he won't tell us the next thing.
At this point, it's just more important to us than you.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I am not surprised or not impressed. So we'll go with that.
Jordan, why do you need an FDE P10 with a stock trigger? I have an FDE P10 and nope, that's my AR box.
You sure it's not in your holster?
No, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for nope, not that either. There it is. And a stock trigger. I'm just saying, man. I think we had this conversation, didn't we, Jordan? Yeah, dude. Well, I actually don't know if I want to trade my stock shoe. I'll trade you a black Suarez. I seriously will. And then I'll give that one away because I'm hopefully getting I'm hopefully getting 2 Overwatch triggers. We'll see if that actually works out. But
Professor, I saw that yesterday too. Shield sights are adding several different lenses and
what was the lens before?
I don't know.
Ooh, Harry, you got one of the angle foregrips too? You got just the angle foregrip though, right? You didn't get the dragon snout? Yeah. So the angled foregrip, Harry, is very much like the dude's rug. It really ties it together.
The dude's rug?
Yeah. You haven't watched The Big Lebowski, have you?
Nope.
No, that's a shame. Well, actually, it's not really. It's an acceptable movie. It's one of those cult movies.
Yeah.
Ooh, I will say the Holosun, dude, the 509T actually looks like it would be a freaking awesome option for the bog.
It does.
Like now I want one for the bog.
I like the 512.
Kyle, you're
a little bit
ruining
better.
me.
It's bigger. But
It is, you're right. And that's I think it was the 510 or the 410 that I had initially spec'd for it.
the 510 is a huge window. That's the one Humble recommends. The 512 is an enclosed 510. And they make the 512 in aluminum or titanium.
Okay, maybe that's, I don't even know anymore. Yeah, I desperately need something else for the bog because I feel kind of bad.
Because my cheapy red dot sucks.
Dude, no, it's actually not a bad dot. It does need it needs to be slightly higher. But
yeah.
the biggest part that I dislike about mounting the dot higher on there is because right now it's a true co-witness with those flip ups. And which is awesome. It's awesome to have a true co-witness, but
mine does not. And mine I love, except for the fact that I have like 5 inches of height over bore.
You do. It's insane. Son of a...
On a good note, I was ringing a 45% steel silhouette at 100 yards with it pretty easily.
I just almost died.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Oh my gosh, that took out my mic and everything. Jeez.
What was that?
That was my parts container for all of my pistol parts. Here we go. Okay. Hey, we alive back? Everything okay?
I think so.
Are we working? Okay. I almost died, Kyle.
He almost died midstream.
That would have been interesting. No, so I'm sitting at the bench and like the bench is here, and up here is the shelf where I keep all of my like spare parts and stuff. And the parts container that I just had open to look for CZ parts, it fell on me.
Okay, Harry, if you're being honest, I would buy that for $30.
He is being honest. Because I know a little bit more about that.
Did you trade a holster for it?
I don't think he did. Well, I know he's being honest about buying it. I don't know if he's being honest about how much he paid for it, but I mean that the extra like $200 that they cost might have been sexual favors. Unsure. Oh, he had store credit. That's not nearly as fun. Kathleen, I sure hope it didn't cause brain damage. I do not have that many cells up here to be able to damage.
Kyle, basically, if you envision a Kel-Tec P11, it's a similar type firearm.
I was looking for something that I could grab to flex with, but I have nothing. I'm cheap, and all my guns are cheap.
So I went over this. I listen to this podcast every week.
Yeah.
And this week he covered the Killdozer.
Oh, yes.
Which I had never really looked into it too much. And I'll save my opinions because they're my opinions. But as I was listening to it, he got up to the day of, or I guess the day before, and he starts running over everything that the podcast host starts going over everything.
I was going to say, he was running over Killdozer.
And he's like, in his armament, he's got a Barrett M82A1 pointed out the back. He's got a Mini 14 pointed out the front. And he's got an FNC in there too. And I'm like, what? Now I'm mad because, you can't get an FNC. And he just wasted one because he's going to die.
That's true.
He did die.
He did.
And then he had what got me on this train of thought was he had a miscellaneous 357 revolver and a Kel-Tec P11. So
he had a what and a P11?
A miscellaneous 357 revolver.
Okay, I thought you said mystery revolver, and I'm like, the hell is that? Like a mystery revolver? Oh. Gray Note, I totally feel you. We don't get Christmas bonuses either. We get a like $50 Meyer gift card. Meyer.
Well, I got a gun this year for Christmas from my boss. No
By
one
this
brag.
year, what do you mean? When?
It's a pass load 16 gauge angled nail gun.
Hey, a gun's a gun, my friend.
Yep.
Kathleen says she has no revolvers yet. That's a
Might
shame.
I
Revolvers
interest
are
you
fun.
in the Heritage Arms 22?
It's true.
They're so
Those are
much fun.
awesome. Those are awesome little revolvers. Don't get a Chiappa piece of crap revolver. They're cruddy. Okay, let's head over to our Q&As that we got. I've got a really good one here that is really relevant to what you and I have been through in the past month and a half or so. Okay, so do you think that practical competitive shooting is helpful, harmful, or has no effect on self-defense shooting and training, and why? So I'm gonna let you start that one.
I've heard from a few influencers on Instagram and stuff that when competitive shooters take their classes and stuff, lots of people that don't shoot competitions make fun of them. But inevitably, the competitive shooters always, for the most part, excel because they're used to working under stress and doing all this stuff. So I had heard that and heard from several of them, if you can shoot competition, go do it because it'll help. And then work and I took a class, and there was 8 of us there, 8 shooters, and it was pretty impressive to see the differences because this was a level 3 plus,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
Class. So all the shooters there were good shooters, very good shooters, and I walked away with the top prize for the only little competition we had in there.
Mm-hmm.
But shortly on my heels was work, and then the next closest person was 10 seconds behind him.
Yep.
And I just noticed that as we were taking the class, the actual learning techniques and stuff, everybody learned about the same. But when you're running the gun, that's where at least the competition side really showed through. We did this thing called shooting in a box, and we're 25 yards wide, 25 yards deep, 6 targets horizontally across the front. You started in the back left corner, walked up, walked right, walked back, walked left, and the whole time you were shooting. And the first guy went, and as you got closer to your target, you were supposed to shoot faster. So he shoot bang, 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 got up there, reloaded, went across the front. He did really good, had good hits and everything. Work got up there next, and he was running his P10. And he starts in the back about the same speed as the other guy started in the front. Bang, 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 bang.
With good hits.
With good hits still. And I was after him, and I was kind of cheating. I was running my compensated 17 with the red dot. So I started in the back more or less at the speed that work finished because my gun doesn't move. And I went all the way up. And
yes, you did.
It ended up that I shot like 70 rounds in that box. Work shot, what, you shot 60 or so, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I blew through, I think, 4 mags.
And I think the most important part was we were doing everything correctly. We were going at the same movement speed as everybody else. Our shots were at very least the same, if not most of the time far better. And we were getting a lot of good rounds downrange.
Yep. Yeah, I concur with you. I think USPSA and it just competitive shooting in general is the best practice that you without training that you can get. Obviously, going to training is going to give you, it's going to be better focused self-defense stuff. But shooting competition and training for competition gives you a goal. We were talking about this at our class that we went to. Nobody in the class actually had a timer, and all of the instructors had timers. And the reason that you have timers is not necessarily to time yourself. It's because without a timer, you can't measure progression. So say you're doing a cold bore drill. You're doing a draw and a 2 to the A zone, and you want to do that in a time. Without understanding what your time is, you don't know if you're improving, if you're not improving, what tactics work, and you don't have a basis for comparison, and you don't have a goal to end up with. I can just go out and shoot at the range and say, I want to do this. I want to be able to get to draw and take 2 A-zone shots at 10 yards in 2 seconds. That's my goal. How do I measure that without a timer? How do I know that that's that's my goal? And why set the goal if you can't measure it? So what competitive shooting does, in my mind, is it gives you obtainable, measurable goals that you can drive for. And it's more than just a matter of like, I tend to do better at things when I have a drive to go beat somebody like Builder.
And it's the same the other way.
Yeah. If I go out at our next USPSA, if he actually comes to the next one and he beats me, I'm going to want to do better to be able to beat him. And that's going to light a fire under my ass that much more to do better, to do more training, to do more practice, and to get better. And that really showed itself. Well, first of all, just in general for myself, my shooting has gotten astronomical levels of better since starting to competitive shoot. Before that, I didn't go to the range as much. I didn't have goals. I would go there and I would shoot a gigantic group at 7 yards. And I was like, meh, I'll hit somebody, like they're going to be dead. One of those guys. Because a lot of the times when you go to the range and people like pepper spray the freaking target, they're like, well, at least he's dead. So when you don't have the mindset of I need clean A-zone hits, you're a lot less likely to be able to drive and to focus on what you want that goal to be. So as Builder said, it was very, very clear what our competitive shooting drive has done to our shooting abilities while we were in class. This was a class, again, of 8 shooters, I think, all relatively good shooters. Like they were all good shooters. There wasn't a bad shot in the group, but Builder and myself could push ourselves a little bit more, get ourselves a little bit out there, push, and focus a little bit more on certain things for a number of reasons. We weren't as concerned about accuracy in the sights because we have done so much shooting in a higher pressure atmosphere that sight acquisition, and especially when you're using dots, but getting proper grip, proper trigger pull, proper sight picture, that all comes a little bit more naturally because of how much we shoot, because of the drive that we have to be able to do good in competition. Now that being said, there are situations where that competition background can kind of get in the way of training a little bit. When with that box drill that Builder was talking about, when I went side to side, they want you to do a sidestep, a slide where you're moving one foot and then the other foot and you're moving fully sideways. Just because of what I do in competitions, I do kind of more of a grapevine. Like I'll stand and I'll put one foot behind the other. They don't want you to do that because there's a higher likelihood of tripping when you do that. But it was very hard for me to get out of that mindset or out of the natural response of this is what I do when I go sideways. Now, either way, while we were moving sideways, clean hits, faster and on target better than most of the other shooters. But it was harder for me to focus on to break myself of that because I had built that tactic in competitive shooting. So I think it helps. I think it helps a lot, especially when people can't afford to go training every weekend. Training is not cheap.
That's the other big factor is you could legitimately at least go once a month to a USPSA.
Mm-hmm.
$20 to $25 a month.
$20 plus
plus your
ammo at most.
You're a whole lot cheaper than our class. We got an absolute steal on our class. I mean, I feel bad for as little as we paid for what we got out of it, but it was still a lot more expensive than going to USPSA. And at shooting competitively, I think especially for as long as we shot competitively before we took a class, we had this massive ball of information. Not necessarily information, but stuff that we do. And when we're sitting in that class and they're going over shooting techniques, they're picking little pieces of this out and saying, use this here. And we already have this knowledge, so it's easy to just reapply it. Like Work was saying with the walking, the only reason I didn't do the exact same thing he did was because he went before me. And I got told I wasn't allowed to do it wrong.
Yeah. When you get threatened, essentially it sticks in a little bit better.
But I've just been really impressed. I guess it made me feel better for all the time I've put into USPSA to know that it paid off in that respect for me.
Yep. Agreed.
Plus, it's fun.
It is. It is a freaking blast, and you meet a ton of awesome people. Now, if you do YouTube videos while you're doing it, it's slightly more stressful, but
and I will say that
the camera guy doesn't show up.
I can't say for every match everywhere and all this stuff, but at least our local matches, we have some heavy hitters there.
We do.
We have some high A's, we have some masters, and we have some grandmasters, and they're not jerks. If you're in their squad and you're shooting with them and they see something that can be improved, that can save you 3 seconds next time you do it, they're going to come over and they're going to tell you. And if you're respectful, like they're actually giving you a pointer because they're vastly better than you, and you pay attention to it and you apply it, you will become a better shooter. So it's like a free class. At least that's my thoughts on it. I like to, and I go back and forth with Work on this because he likes to shoot with the big dogs. And I like to shoot with the big dogs once a year. Just so if there's something blatant, they're going to be like, hey, look, do this. But if there's not, then, I guess it's kind of my refresher. But after that, there's this old guy group. And I love shooting with the old guy group. They're just fun, I love stories and stuff like that. And you're just sitting back there, and they're just razzing each other, and nobody's yelling at somebody for coaching. If somebody misses a shot, it's not a big match. If somebody misses a target, say, hey, get back there, whatever. Sometimes the big guys get mad, and you actually get points deducted for that.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that don't like me anymore because I take the drone up beforehand. Oh, they are assholes about it. I don't want a drone in my club, and I'm like, well, that's a damn good thing it's not your club, then, isn't it? But I actually, you would have really liked the group that we were with this last time. I think if those guys come to shoot more, I think I'll try to pull you in there, and I think you'll enjoy it because we had Larry was the RO, and there were a couple of good old boys in there. And then it was we had Tim, and I don't even remember all the names of the guys anymore. But it was a fun group of like younger guys who were just kind of getting into it, who kind of ran our kind of gear, and it was fun. Reload Rap says, "Respect your elders." That's the kind of attitude the dude's got. He's like, "I'm old. You do what I say," and I'm like, It's a drone and you're not in the video. Shut your mouth.
Shoot, if we have everybody that we shoot with actually show up one time, we'll have a full squad.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I get to shoot for free.
Yeah, that's true. I don't, because I cannot RO and YouTube at the same time. There is no way I could pull that off. I struggle watching Grand Thumb 2 sometimes. You know, his intro, his whole like, have you ever jumped out of the back of an airplane and then forgot you had to parachute? If you have, click that subscribe button. Like that kind of stuff. That was really like, I liked it at first. Now it's just getting old.
I don't know that I've ever watched a single one of his videos.
Really?
Yeah.
You've just seen him on Lucas Botkin's Instagram page.
And that dinosaur movie they made.
Oh, that's right. They did. Yeah, that thing. I'm not sure how I feel about that thing.
Yep.
Wait a second, Harry. You have a Langdon tactical what that you haven't been able to shoot? I'm gonna be pissed if. Well, I already am. I'm already jealous. Locke disagrees. Says Grand Thumb intros are the best.
Okay, just so we can get this one out of the way, one of the other Q&A questions was regarding holsters.
Oh, right.
And it was leather or Kydex, and why? Why don't you start that one?
Okay, so first of all, the reason this came up. Second, I'm reading the things real quick. Okay, so the reason this came up, there was a question on an Facebook CZ Facebook page. Dude's got a PO1 and he says, "Hey, what holsters do you guys suggest for appendix carry?" So I threw out a couple of options. Oddly enough, it's Harry's Holsters and Holster Co. My two fallbacks for pretty much any holster. Those two are the places that I go. Harry's and Holster Co. They've got almost everything, and you know, their holsters are freaking awesome. So I tossed those out, and a couple of things later, you start getting the leather guys coming in talking about you should get this leather holster. And so I wrote on there, I said, like, I don't disagree with leather holsters for 3 to 5 o'clock carry. I do disagree with leather holsters for appendix carry for a whole number of reasons. But the main reason is leather holsters wear in a way that is dangerous, and that danger is amplified when you're pointing the gun at your wiener.
Or femoral artery.
Right. Or your femoral artery, but more so your no. But so yeah, I was just talking about how I don't agree with them. And first of all, I got called a shill. For those of you who like watch my videos, y'all should know that I'm not a shill. I crap on stuff that people give me all the time. There is not a single product that I have, like a review that I have, that will be 100% positive. I will always find a negative thing to point out, just because there isn't a perfect product out there. Every product is going to have a downside. And secondly, I don't get money. So let's see. Harry says leather inside waistband holsters for double action is acceptable. So another reason I don't like leather is because leather is really thick. In order to get a leather holster that works, I'm a negative Nancy. I can be sometimes. So I, in order to get a leather holster that holds its shape well enough that you can actually reholster without like having to stick your hand in your pants and pull out on the holster, the the top frame of the holster has to be pretty thick, and that thickness, I mean, when you look at a Kydex holster, what's normal Kydex thickness? 0.090?
Sure.
I think 060. Harry would know. Harry, what's the normal thickness of a Kydex that you guys use in holsters? I think it's 090. 60 is like the super thin chintzy stuff that that Harvey uses. And then like there's a 110 sorry, that is super thick. Jordan says 08. Okay, so we're looking at 0.80 of an inch. So that's 80 thousandths of an inch. When I had a Stoner leather holster, which is a relatively good leather holster, the rim of that holster was a 1/4 inch on either side of the gun. So you're talking about adding a 1/2 of an inch of thickness to your overall thing that you're trying to conceal. And they're just big. I don't. Leather has way more downsides than Kydex does. It just does, especially when you're talking appendix. So I say Kydex.
My view on holsters is
unless I got one caveat.
Oh, go ahead.
Outside the waistband 1911.
Dadgummit.
Has to be. Oh, did I steal yours?
Yes.
Has to be leather. Has to be. You can't do that in a Kydex. But everything else, I prefer Kydex.
I have 2 caveats, and both of those are for leather holsters. One of them is, and this is very specific, and it was mentioned earlier, I think, by Locke. But it would be a 1911 in a Savoy leather holster. And the other would be like the old West rigs with single actions. But that's not really a practical holster either. Everything else, Kydex. If you got a problem with it wearing on your gun, carry a different gun that you don't care about it wearing, because Kydex is king. It's not even. It's not even a question.
Yep. Well, and so the guy.
You want to shoot yourself in the leg? No. Okay. Get Kydex.
It was pretty funny because as I was talking about how Kydex is superior for appendix inside the waistband, the guy was like, "Oh, so all plastic holsters are better, huh? Do you carry a Serpa?" And I'm like, "What? You
inside
can't even carry Serpa inside the waistband appendix. Like that doesn't even make your question is invalid. Damn it." Yeah, that was another thing, Harry. Like, so leather is wicking, meaning it will actually pull gun oil out of your gun and dry it out. In order to keep it from wicking, it's also super abrasive. Like the feeling of the interior leather, like that nice soft suedeness, beats the crap out of gun finishes. So in order to fix those two things, you have to treat them usually with like beeswax or something. Here's the catch about the beeswax is it makes the inside super slick, so you lose all your retention. So you're either wicking oil away and rubbing off the finish of your gun and have retention, or you don't have those things and yet you have absolutely no retention. So, oh my goodness, who is my? Oh, it's you guys.
Jordan sent a picture of his holster, and it is beautiful.
Is that his?
That's it, not his gun.
Oh, Jordan, can I show this? Can I show this picture? Shoot me a message in the comments and let me know if I can show that picture.
Because it's really pretty. And I don't think the Savoy holsters are like outlandishly priced either.
They're not too bad. I would probably
get one for under 100.
Both of my leather inside the waistband holsters were under 100. They were, and Stoner's some gorgeous stuff. They've got, what color was it? It was like Havana brown or something. Oh, it was so nice. Okay, well, Jordan says
I can show it. So the Savoys are all handmade, and he'll do whatever pattern you want on them.
There we go. That's true. Okay, all right. I'm going to kick you off for a second. Bye, Builder. All right, guys. Here is Jordan's awesome holster. That is awesome. I must commend you, sir. That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm back.
Custom ones are $300 to $400. Ask me how I know. I'm assuming you know from the thing that we were just showing. Oh, Professor says Stoner holsters are made over by him. That's pretty awesome because they're really nice. The leather is nice. It's just leather has way more drawbacks than plastic does. One guy said something about how he left his holster in his Kydex holster in the car overnight, and it doesn't hold his gun, or in the middle of the day on a hot day, and it doesn't hold his gun anymore. What temperature does Kydex get like soft at? Isn't it pretty high? Harry would know. Harry, what sorry to keep poking you, bud, but What temperature does Kydex lose its rigidity at?
Harry, you want to hop on?
I tried. He says he's in the boonies.
Aww.
He can watch. He just can't participate, unfortunately. Fina says they've got the Looney Tunes song stuck in their head now. Leather is actually surprisingly hard to work, but like once you figure it out, from what I've seen, it's pretty awesome. Okay, so Kydex, depending on the heat treat, if done properly, around 180. So yeah, his car was really freaking hot. That would not be a good time.
I mean, maybe on your dash in Texas in the sun with a black holster.
Yeah. Hey, this is 100% off topic. Oh my gosh. Harry's watching us at 144 megabyte per second speed, or not megabyte per second, but at 144 rate. Like, so he can barely see us in the images. Hey, Kathleen, are you still here? Is she still here? I haven't seen her for a while.
Kathleen.
I've got something for her. I'm watching us at 480, but it doesn't matter for me because I've got us streaming on one screen, and like this is where our live stuff is. So this is what I'm watching to actually talk to Builder, and this is what I'm watching to talk to you guys. Okay, Kathleen is here. Are you ready, Kathleen? Sorry, Builder, you're going away again. I got a night vision sight. Now, it's not exactly what you wanted, because you wanted me to get the night vision sights for like my PO7. This is hopefully going to go on my PO1. I'm going to replace the front sight on my PO1 with that. If it works, I'm going to have to do some modifications to it. So, here's to hoping. But
I totally thought that was a picture of Astro Boy, and I was like, wow, you're lame. It had a really bad glare on it on my computer.
Harry says we look the sexiest at 144. Probably because he can't see us.
Can you see my beard?
It's there. It's your face on Harry's computer is just like it's like a black outline with like a light inside. Oh man, Harry's busting it at 1.5 megabyte per second downloads. That is awesome, sir. Now I'm curious what my download speeds are right now.
I don't know what any of this stuff is.
Oh,
which will bring us to our
next question. Thing. Yeah, you want to read that?
Hold on. Jordan sent us something.
Oh, did he?
Oh my goodness. That's an expensive holster.
Oh, I'm running super slow right now because I'm killing my internet with the stream.
Money and a note. Oof, does having a presence on social media or not having one tell me anything about you?
Okay, let's do this quick because this is a multi-part question, right?
Sure.
Like this is the first one with like a bunch of different questions in it.
Does having one or not having? No, it's question number 3.
Okay, this just kind of goes along with question 1. Okay.
I mean, we can start with question 1. I don't.
No, that's right. So, does having a presence on social media or not having one tell me anything about you? Yeah, it does. I think. I think it does. It tells you that the people who have social media presences there's a couple of drives for it. Like, so in my case, I get bored really easy and I need slight entertainment. And I have a YouTube page and it'd be really difficult for me to cut out social media. There's also the people who just like showing off.
You would lose dollars a year.
What?
You would lose tens of dollars a year.
I would lose $5s of dollars per year. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe I just need to stop all the other social media and just do Facebook or YouTube because obviously the other crap's not helping my YouTube stuff. But yeah, like just having an account can tell you that the person is not an overly shielded person. Now, if you don't have one, I feel like not having one in this day and age actually tells you more than having one, if that makes sense. Like Builder, you don't have a big social media presence.
I have a very small social media
Intentionally.
presence. I didn't have a Facebook until this year, and now
You don't even use that.
I have it. I have a Facebook. I just don't use it. My
Right.
last Instagram post was probably 2 months ago. I was hoping to get one, sometime not too long ago. Post a picture of me with a deer, but it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. I do have Facebook, and I think a big part of that is just my generation. So I was in 2004.
Generation.
2004 is when Facebook first started going off to like satellite universities that weren't. Where did they start that? Stanford? I don't know. Anyway, wherever they originally started it. 2004 was when they first started sending it out. And one of the universities that we went to was Purdue University, which I was a student of in 2004. So I've been on Facebook like since it first went out. And so like I kind of feel a little bit of sentimentality about Facebook. Plus, it's like the only way anymore that I keep in contact with a lot of my the people that I knew in high school. I didn't maintain friendships with the people in high school very much afterwards, but I do I still care about the people. I just don't hang out with them. I would be sad if they died. So
I don't have anybody in that category.
You don't have anybody that you knew in high school that like you don't talk to anymore, but you would be sad if they died?
I knew somebody in high school that died last year, and I said, I win.
Oh, Locke, no, I was on MySpace as well. Heck yeah, I had MySpace. That was the thing back then. Facebook was the new weird thing. That's right, everybody. Facebook used to be the second fiddle.
The real question is, who has a TikTok account? Because I don't.
I have one just because it's fun to watch. And I've got a couple of things of, well, you saw my... What? Bumble?
Humble. How'd you get a roach
Bumble's
next to
here.
your
Hey,
name?
man, how's it going? How do you get a what? Because he's a moderator because he was here. Have I not made you one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Am I? Can I make you one?
I
Basically,
show up more than
you can go and fire people from the chat.
I can? I'm going to kick Humble off.
Is he humble?
Wench master.
He means wench master.
Uh-huh. Hey, this just reminded me. Everybody, go on to thegundies.com and give your buddy, the Humble Marksman, a vote.
Is it gundies.com? No.
The Gundies.
Okay.
.com.
I'm going to post that. Here we go. All right, everybody. The website I just posted. Go there. Vote for the Humble Marksman. And also, if you are not subscribed to the Humble Marksman, go over to his channel and subscribe. He is on the push for 10,000 before the end of the year, and we got to get him there. Yes, man. Gun Undies.
So is Big Johnson.
Oh, wait. Is Kyle leaving? He is. Kyle, have a good night, man. It's a pleasure having you.
Kyle.
Take care. Yeah, what were you talking about, Builder?
Big Johnson is on the push.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him about that in the last week.
Grano, if you get on thegundies.com, it's basically an awards thing for all of the Facebook and Instagram and YouTube influencers.
I am not on there because I'm not big enough.
He's not. But if you vote, you are entered into win something like a 320 RX or something. You all right?
Oh, I'm good. Thanks.
Did you die a little?
Inside, yeah. Locke says he's way too lazy to actually log in. It's not. I mean, oh yeah, you do have to create an account, so that's fair. That's fair. I won't blame you for that. But hey, you could go sub to him if you're not sub to him. Oh, all right. Let's see what else we got here. That's not the right one. Oh, let's see. What odd thing did you have for Thanksgiving? That's a
Didn't
good
have
question. I like
anything
that one.
odd.
You didn't have anything odd?
No,
Really?
really.
Well, I say that like that. I'm sitting here thinking to see if I had anything odd. If people who don't live in Indiana probably think it's weird that we eat green bean casserole.
Yeah, we brought that up last time, though.
Yeah, that's true. Gray Note, I'm sure Humble would be super appreciative of that. Everybody cares what you say, Gray Note. Everybody. Oh, Locke, you skipped Thanksgiving?
I can't think of anything weird that I had.
I'm trying to remember what food we actually had. I
had Slim Jims and Bang for breakfast every morning.
Jordan, that's good because green bean casserole is awesome. Kathleen, so far the night vision looks good, but I don't have it on a gun yet. It's sitting in a package still. Looks nice though. I've shot night visions before on a P10, and they're good sights. There's a reason that they're one of the ones that I actually suggest, but Slim Jims and Bang. Man, what did we have for Thanksgiving? I know we had turkey. We had lactose-free sweet potato casserole, lactose-free green bean casserole.
Bourbon and self-pity.
Kathleen, I got the yellowish green color that they have, that like high-vis yellow green.
Like your HDs were?
Yeah, it's very similar to my HDs. Which I'm kind of sad that I didn't take the HDs off of that before and put stock sights on it before selling it. Because I have got stock night Glock. Huh?
You would have had a set of HDs just sitting there not doing anything.
Yeah. Better there than on a gun that I don't own. That dude didn't care. He would have taken stock Glock sights. I've got stock Glock night sights around here somewhere. They're in a box up there. They're on that box that fell on my head. Ooh, speaking of tater tot casserole, many things. Have you tried tachos? You basically make. Oh, Gray Note's got on. Thank you, bud, for coming. Enjoy the evening. Tachos are awesome. You basically make nachos on top of tater tots. It's fantastic. But no, I can't think of anything weird that we had either. Who asked that? I don't know. I was going to specify someone.
I'm jealous of Humble's wrench.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to get you one. There you are.
Could mine be a hammer?
I don't think so.
Be a lot cooler if it was.
There you go. Write something. It'd be a lot cooler if you were. But yeah, no, I don't know. Wrench. That's very fitting for you as well. Okay. Going back to what?
I mean, yeah.
Whoa. What?
Kathleen asked that question.
That's I don't.
Weird.
I mean, it wasn't any weirder than normal.
Andy hadn't shaved in a while. Wait.
Okay. Harry says, he is asking us, assuming the SCCY red dot package. Oh yeah, Builder, did you actually hear about that? No. SCCY is coming out with the red dot package. I don't remember what dots they're running, but the things, it's like $305 for the gun and the dot, I think.
I don't really think I've ever heard anything bad about SCCY, and they've been around for
no, I haven't either. They're just
years.
They just get made fun of because they're cheap.
Yeah, but if they run, I mean,
Right. So
that or a non, I don't know,
or a
that or
non-red
a
light canic.
Canic. Those are two
What
different beasts in my
they
opinion.
are. I would honestly run the canic just because the canic is so.
This is going to sound terrible.
Yeah, go
The
for it.
Canic feels more like a real gun.
Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to come up with a better way to say that.
Oh, Crimson Trace Optic. I've been hearing good things about those.
Yeah. I would run the canic just because it feels more like a real gun. It's more substantial. I haven't shot the SCCY. I need to shoot an SCCY because
there's more aftermarket for the Canic.
There is. The SCCY is small, which leads me to believe that it has less magazine capacity and will be snappier.
They hold like 10 or 11.
Yeah, the canic's going to hold 15.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's that. Oh, good. Humble didn't try to hop in here. With the software that we use, I've got to like keep an eye out just in case somebody tries to hop in. And I was on a different page for a while.
He's jealous of my wrench.
He is probably jealous of your wrench. The wrench. Let's see.
This is going to be something I demand every live stream now.
The wrench?
We'll demand a wrench every
It'll
live
automatically show up now.
Yes.
You're automatically a moderator on all of our live chats that you show up to.
Yes. I am like the NCO of the live streams.
Don't go that far.
I am the consistent face.
There we go. Oh, Locke says he finally installed a race hammer in his PO7 today. Super nice single action now. Is it, Locke, let me ask you this. Okay, the stock PO7 hammer, super squishy, rolly single action. Did the race hammer crisp in it so that you can actually feel a little bit of the break before you break? Because that is my biggest complaint about my PO7. And the biggest reason why I do not like to carry it is because the single action trigger pull is unpredictable and I can't trust it. So what do you feel like it did for the trigger pull?
The only thing wrong with your PO7 right now is the sights.
That's true. I need to get new ones, and I probably should have gotten an entire set.
Can you put your old ones back on?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I could.
Do that.
Yeah, see, he can feel a clear wall. That's what it needs. Well, I think it's going to end up becoming my truck pistol. I was going through like things that I could put in my truck, and I was like, I could put my 19 in there, but I like my 19. Like, I don't want to. I always feel like a truck gun is like a gun that's relegated to the truck. Like it's
I put in my truck. I mean, it just all the Glocks I have. I wonder what I would.
But would you put that in your truck? Like, would you relegate the Beretta? Would you relegate the Beretta to the truck and be like, you know what? I'm not going to bother carrying this anymore. This is just going to stay in my truck.
Who says I'm not carrying it? It'll have a holster.
I don't want to have to go out to my car and like dig my car gun out in order to
center console.
No.
Yes.
No, that is not where I put my car gun. If I'm going to leave one in there, it's getting hidden and strapped in. I've got a good spot, I think. I think I've got a good spot. I posted up some questions on. Jordan says he's got a Cajun Gunworks Pro Kit PO7 that has no more than 5 mags through it. It's just too small to carry. Jordan, that is not a small gun, dude. Hey, Tim made it. How's it going, man? Pulling out the OK Boomer. So
that must be directed towards you.
Probably. I don't know. I'm old. Shut up. What was I don't even know what I was talking about though. Oh, the truck gun. Yeah. I posted up a thing because for those of you who don't know, I'm working on a project right now about getting like prep stuff into my Forerunner and like up off the floor. So I was talking about tools and I've got like a pull-out thing. Builder, I think I could fit tools underneath that pull-out thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard of an Atlas? It's an Atlas wrap It's like a bag with like a bunch of little storage things in it that lays down flat. I think that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to get one of those and put my tools in there and then try to get that down underneath that floor thing in the runner. I think that's a good move.
Cool. Eventually, when I buy a personal truck, I think I'm going to just build a box under the back seat.
Yeah, I don't have that much space under the back seat. I've got space inside the back seat, and that was another one of my choices was to get to
Jordan. I was thinking the same thing.
You have to watch out where you pull your tools out, though. Hey, Jordan. I also prefer P10Fs and SPO1s. This really needs black multicam on it, though.
I sent you that link. It was Black Friday deal for it.
I know, but wasn't that... There was a caveat to that, I think. That
no, it was like $25 or something.
Should have done it. I don't like the idea of shipping them. Maybe I'll get a hold of that. I'll have to go back and look at it and see if they'll do it for me for some. I don't even know.
Shootist will do it.
I miss. Yeah, but well, no, that not really. But Shootist does good stuff.
He'll do a good job.
The thing is, I don't want anything stippled because I freaking love the stock stippling on the P10s.
If you were to do a giveaway with a rifle and a pistol, what combo would you want to see?
Oh, who asked that?
Harry.
Oh, okay. Like straight up, you're giving away a gun, like 2 guns, Harry?
If you were to.
Okay.
Obviously, the pistol answer is a Gen 5 Glock 17 MOS. It's the only logical pistol to give me. I mean, give away.
Fina, Copper Custom is... I don't know if I trust them to do that. I don't distrust them to do that. I have no love for Mac anymore. So...
Yeah, well, I think the employees there do really... Huh? Excuse me. I think the employees there do a really good job. I've seen their stuff.
Yeah, I may look into that and see what they'll do it for.
As far as the rifle goes, there's been some interesting ARs coming out lately that have been kind of cool in the more budget-friendly area.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to want to stay under 1,000 for the rifle.
I think that what's that? The one 9mm SMG loves Turner and Company.
Oh, you know what would actually make a really good combo? A 19 and a Ruger PC9.
Ooh, that's a better idea. Except a 17 MOS.
Or that, like just one Glock and the PC9 that runs the same magazine.
Yeah, a 17 MOS and a PC9.
The PC9 is a surprisingly good gun, especially for the price.
Very
and like
accurate.
that would actually be an awesome like car kit combo.
Wait,
you just run one set of mags. Yeah.
If we help you figure out which ones you're giving away, does that exclude us from the giveaway?
Probably excludes me.
Do we have to buy holsters because you don't make left-handed ones?
That's a good point. Can Builder just give you $50 for an entry?
If I'm giving him $50, it's a guaranteed entry.
Right. No, that's what I'm going with. I'm going with the PC9 Glock combo. Yep.
PC9 and a G48.
Honest, a G45.
No, G48. That way the mags don't work.
Oh,
I see Glock mags. Which ones?
Mean. I would actually a G45.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the more and more I think about it, the G45 and anyway, some type of combo with the PC9 and a Glock. You could do that for under $1,000. Yep. Dang it, I'm excluded. Man, I can't get any love this week. I've sent out.
I think I slid right under that bus.
I think you did too. I have sent out so many freaking emails, like prospect emails this week, and not a single response. Yeah,
Harry, I would say G45,
Yep.
MOS, and the Ruger PC9.
Yep.
That'd be a pretty nice combo.
That would be freaking awesome.
I can give you my mailing address if you want.
Save a buck and still have a giveaway. I could get my wife to enter. Although I already have a holster for the gun that she would need a holster for. So from you, I have a holster from you for that gun. So that might prove slightly difficult. Yeah, what's a holster when you're trying to get $1,000 worth of gun? Heck, I may just.
That being said, I do need to get one for my wife.
You do. I actually need to get another one for my wife.
I'm trying to get her to take the place that we went to do it. Take that class.
Condition red response.
They have another class coming up here in March, and trying to get my wife to take it.
She should. And mine should too.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of what she said.
Yeah. Although then I don't get me wrong, I love my in-laws. Then I would spend all day with my in-laws with my kids. And that might be slightly more awkward than when she spent the day with her dad.
Or you could just stay here because it's a one-day class.
That's true. That's true. Huh. Yep, we need to push them to this. When's that class?
March.
Plus, my wife already knows Susan. She loves her, so all the better. Okay. Harry says, I'd love to do an FN 509 tactical and a Scar H or CZ pistol with a Bren too, but that's not in the budget. Harry, right now, that's not in like anybody's budget for themselves, let alone for a giveaway. Hey, Locke, thanks, man. A new razor for Builder.
I will not use it.
You shall not recommend this.
Jordan, give me a second. I'll look it up.
I mean, Jordan, if you want to come over to Indiana and hang out and drop your wife off 2 hours away from where you are, heck yeah, man. Of course, you've got to deal with two guys with 2 kids each.
Tentative date is March 14th.
Oh. That's all right. That's the day before my birthday, but happy birthday, wife. Go do things fun.
Happy birthday, wife. You can run a gun now.
Yeah, right. That's we've tried, we've gone out and shot before, but she just needs something to help her be comfortable with it. Because that's the hardest part when you first get into carrying is getting like really truly comfortable with the gun.
It's an indoor course in March as well.
Oh, good. She actually would rather shoot at an outdoor range, understandably so. But I've got plans for going shooting outdoors. I just haven't gotten it done yet. It's true, Jordan. They're
right next to a range.
Huh?
I know a guy that lives right next to a range.
Is it the same guy I'm thinking?
Yes.
Yeah, Jordan, birthdays are not anything to celebrate for me anymore.
Once you get into your 40s.
Oh, damn it, Builder, I am not that old, you son of a gun. No, I'm 34, so I'm not like super old. I'm just old enough that I hurt when I get up in the morning. And with a desk job. I hurt in the morning and I have a desk job. Builder hurts in the morning too, but he actually does things during the day. So
I found out that sometime between the age of 25 and 29, I stopped bouncing when I hit the ground.
See, here's the trick to that. Don't test that.
That's the goal number 1.
Right.
Goal number 2, bounce.
Continue to
I failed both of those goals last time.
Oh, I'm 34 and I've got kids. I have 2 kids. I have a 6-year-old, man. No, and I did not. We actually started pretty late compared to. Well, I mean, shoot, I got how
Compared to
many
us,
years on you, Builder?
I'm 29.
Okay, so I got 5-ish years on you, and your or your oldest is in between my oldest and youngest. So I still have a hard time seeing him as closer to my youngest age than my oldest, but
I know.
it's weird.
Oh my.
Oh, jeez. You
Lock,
poor
that's
man.
terrifying.
Locke, I'm so sorry, man. That is a rough place to be in. I am not looking forward to when my boys are old enough to drive. Mostly because they're boys, my insurance is going to skyrocket. But it, one of my least favorite phrases. It is what it is. I'm trying to think if I got anything else to really talk about tonight. Too much.
I think I'm about out of stuff.
Jordan's a youngin', 27.
Whoa there, pup.
Harry, I probably will have, yeah, because I think, Harry, you're 24, aren't you?
The tungsten infused Glock would be awesome.
That
but
would be
they're just not going to do that for another 7 or 8 years.
They're going to wait until literally everybody else is doing that, and then they'll do it, and they'll claim it's revolutionary.
They're going to wait till Smith & Wesson does it and then discontinues it.
Yeah. Oh, Harry's 25, not 24. I was wrong. Actually, Harry, what that means is your website is wrong because I just read your website like 4 hours ago. And it said you were 24. Hey, thanks again, Locke.
Still not buying a razor.
This time it's for me and my nasty scruff, my redneck scruff.
Tungsten infused finger grooves, so everybody shaves off the tungsten.
Oh, yeah, reload wrap. I've always heard that like girls are easier when you start and more difficult when they hit their teenage years, and boys are more difficult at the start and easier when they hit their teenage years. And thus far, my boys are proving difficult at the start, so that may be true.
I don't know. And my boy's 4.5, and my girl's 15 months. And
Your boy's an
is
exception.
a lot more difficult than he is.
Is she?
Yes. She's busy.
She's walking now.
I know.
You poor man.
She's cute, though, so got that going for her.
She is. It's a good thing cute kids are cute, because I don't think nearly as many of them would make it to adulthood if they weren't.
It's true.
So, money and marketing aside, what are 5 things that make social media relevant and required? Fast-paced life is way different now than it used to be, and it's way harder to keep in contact. So it allows you easier contact with people that you know. And that's all I got.
Yeah, I was going to say help keep in contact with family and stuff like that. That's about it.
Jordan needs help deciding on a new handgun. Yeah. What are we looking for, man? What are we looking for? This is where we shine. We are great at spending other people's money. I mean, just look at Harry earlier. We helped
Rock Island double
$1,000.
stack 9mm full dust cover.
They're one
sent to Hayes Custom Guns.
They're one of the ones that didn't email me back, Builder.
What?
They're one of the ones that didn't email me back.
Aww.
I sent them an email and they sent me 2, like they were like, hey, if you're interested, send your email to this person. So I did, and then nothing. So I'm trying though, because I think that would be a freaking awesome series. Making a homemaking a Rock Island double stack 1911 into a like almost top tier 1911, and I think I could pull it off. I'm
Hayes just dropped their tactical series on the 1911 package, the tactical package. I was really excited about it. Got on their website and everything. It's $975 on top of the price of your gun.
That's not cheap.
It's cool and everything, but that's more than I would be willing to put into it.
So Jordan says our options are the DWX or the Distressed Specialist.
Now I have to look those up.
Yeah, I know what the DWX is. The Distressed Specialist is a 1911 chambered in 45 with a rail. It is a standard dust cover length 1911, but it does have a rail. It is single stack. I'm going to go with the DWX. I think that gun is going to be freaking awesome. That's what I'm going with, dude, because that thing is like, it's going to be awesome, especially the full size one with the P10F mags. Plus, Jordan, don't you already have a P10F? So you got mags for it already.
I didn't realize how inexpensive the DWX was coming out at.
It's under $2,000, isn't it? Like 18?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got a really expensive holster for that 1911.
So while you're looking, Reload Rap says one of the things social media is awesome for is a business without a storefront.
Mm-hmm.
So that is true. You can run businesses without actually having that overhead. Do they have the Specialist in 10 millimeter?
Now I gotta look it up again. DWX pulled up again. Wesson.
Jordan, I don't think the DWX is going to be as unavailable as you might think, just because the price point and it's just where it sits. But that's where I would go. I would just wait and hold off and get the DWX. Like that's what I would do, because that thing's going to be awesome.
No, they have it in 45 ACP or a 45 ACP Commander.
Okay. I'd still go to DWX. That's my vote.
That Distress Specialist is
the vote is
really
in.
Pretty.
You're really pretty.
Thanks, man. It's the beard that Locke keeps wanting me to shave. The wrench will not allow it.
Oh. Yeah, see, I'm just saying DWX is winning. Oh, the Specialist in 10 millimeter will be out for 2020 models.
I've cooled off on the 10 millimeter train. I still love them, but I currently don't own one.
If
I'm kind of happy with that right now.
If I needed a bear gun, that's what I'd get. But we live in Indiana and we don't need bear guns.
Well, I have my eye on the next 10 millimeter I get is going to be a 6-inch barrel.
You already had a 10 millimeter with a 6-inch barrel.
Yeah, it sucked. But it's going to be a 6-inch barrel 1911 of some sort. So I'd honestly like to get deer with it. I think that'd be pretty fun.
Welcome back, Kathleen. She's been busy cleaning her PO9, cleaning her PO9. Oh, well, we're starting to slow down. We're hitting an hour and a half. Does anybody in the chat have any last things to be able to cover?
I'm about out of gas.
I am too. I got to get up early. I've not been going to sleep on time lately. I've been staying up till like 12:30 for some reason. I'm an idiot, essentially, but
yeah, Honest Outlaws seems very nice too.
You know what? I like that dude. I think that he gets a lot of crap, but the dude can shoot. Like when he's shooting at, I mean, granted, it's his range, but it's not like the
tactical range.
No, it's not. Damn it, Hickok. It's not like Hickok's range where, like, you know, he takes the 75-yard shot on the gong, but that's because he knows how much a 9mm drops over that distance. Like, Honest Outlaw is taking quick shots on 6-inch steel at 25 yards, and which is not an easy thing to do. So I like him, and I think his reviews are pretty good. But yeah, so what I'm saying is you should definitely go over there and steal his Rock Island. Just take it right away from him.
Do the serpentine formation on your way out.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to run in a straight line.
Couple tactical rolls.
Oh yeah. Actually, you know what, Jordan? I think I might. Does he get on Big Johnson's chat? I think he's one of the ones that gets on Big Johnson's chat every now and then. I'll send him a message. I've sent a couple of messages to like bigger YouTubers, but I mean, my channel is tiny. So most of the time those guys don't really want to have the time of day, spend the time of day with me, but I'll shoot him a message, see if we can get him on, because he seems like a cool guy.
I just found out not too long ago that the one single live stream that I missed.
Yeah, it's when Hootie Hoo was on. Yeah,
I actually like Hootie Hoo a lot.
I'll get a hold of him again and see if he'll hop back in. Hootie Hoo's just like his gun interest is so different than ours. He's all about the big bore rifles, and we're all like, I like the pew pew pistols. So
I like to shoot fans.
Yeah. Kathleen, my favorite pistol is still my SPO1, but the P10F is coming up behind it real quick. But it's mostly because of the dot. I just freaking, if I could put a dot on my SPO1 and it wouldn't look dumb, then it would remain my favorite pistol by a landslide. Builder, what's your favorite pistol you have right now?
Pass.
I'm like the Chihuahua of gun tubers.
I mean, currently my favorite pistol I have, just because I remembered I had it, is my Beretta. But
yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Jordan, I was going to say, you called me a Chihuahua. Does that mean I'm a little asshole? I have yet to meet a Chihuahua that isn't a little prick. And yes, I agree, smaller gun channels are the best. One of the things that I like about smaller gun channels is like we can sit here and actually talk to you guys in the chat. You don't have to give us money in order for us to see your questions. You know, like that's always frustrated me when you get into the bigger chats. Like they don't see you. There's so many people there that they just don't see you.
Or if you ask the question, you have to ask it 15 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, we all try to read the chats. A lot of the times in those bigger ones, they've got one person reading the chat and everybody else is just babbling and responding. Super hard for one person to keep up with the chat. So there we go. I'm the mini Doberman Pinscher of the gun tubers. I do have Pomeranian legs, so when I walk across the street, it's like they move really fast. Yeah, Kathleen, I don't either, but it's not because I can't like interact. It's mostly because I have kids and they take up the majority of my time, and most of those chats start when they're still awake. So that's why we do our chats so freaking late, is because Builder and I both have kids, and Humble does too, and we got to get our kids to sleep before we actually have our chats. So, and that's why I'm 2 floors away from my kids. Builder's like on the opposite side of the house. Hey, Locke, thanks, man. Man, you're on it tonight, aren't you? Wait a second. A poorly groomed Pomeranian. That's true. That's true. That grows in facial hair like super redneck. Like I can't get it to grow up here on my cheek. Seriously, who can't grow facial? Like what guy can't grow facial hair on his cheek? It just grows in down here. What the hell?
I'll take the naked mole rat.
Reload wrap? What? Did you guys know that naked mole rats can actually eat through solid concrete? If you lock them in a concrete room, they will eat through the wall and get out. Yeah. Yeah, naked mole rats are freaking insane. Phoenix says if his wife thinks that I'm in a tent. You know what? That's been said before.
Several times.
So let me explain a little bit about the backdrop. I'm in my basement, and back there is a furnace, and furnace they don't make good backdrops. So, yeah. So what you get is that instead. I'm trying to come up with something better, but yeah, basically I'm in a tent right now. That's more or less where I am. Speaking of wives, Jordan, dude, where's your better half? She ditched us tonight? I'm a little sad and hurt, like right in the heart space. Pistol Pete, if I was in the backyard right now, my ass would be frozen. It is like
it's like 50 degrees outside.
No, it's not.
At one point it was.
I'm sure it was at one point, but I don't think it is right now. Let's find out really quick. Oh, let's see. It is actually, it's 43 out. Okay. So, well played, Builder. See, I call her out and she shows up.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. How's it going? Oh. Locke, where are you? It's 65 there. I'm a little bit jealous. You should guess what's behind the black tent. You're never going to see, but actually it's more of like a dark silverish gray. I got rid of the black backdrop because it was super, super confusing. But it was a little bit nice because it didn't show as many wrinkles. I need to iron my backdrop. Who was fine until you had to jump on a live stream. Sorry about that. So Kathleen, you're down in Florida, aren't you? See, Locke's in Houston. That explains the 65 because, I mean, it is typically warmer down in Texas. It puts the lotion on. Hey, we don't talk about what's down below what's behind me here. There is about a 15-foot hole that's about a 5-foot diameter. Builder
took
almost
me 3 weeks to crawl up one time.
Builder fell into it when we moved my safe down here, and I couldn't find a ladder, so it took him 3 weeks.
He found a bucket with a rope, but he couldn't find a ladder.
Well, I mean, you look dry down there.
On that note, I think it's about my bedtime.
I think that's true. Jordan, I would love to put a green screen up, but there's not like a flat spot because, like, I've got a massive amount of crap right here. There's all of my ammo is right here. My safe's over there. There's just not a nice flat spot, so even a green screen is going to be like all wavy like that. So, anyway, guys, hey everybody, thanks for coming and hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it greatly. I hope that you wow. I hope that you've at least got some use out of this. We had a good time, or at least I had a good time. Builder,
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that was all right. It was okay. These guys are all right. I guess we'll do this again sometime, maybe. Well, and on that note, guys, thank you very much for coming. Builder, they can't find you anywhere, so I'm not even going to offer. You can find Builder Shooter on my channel every other week. And you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and Patreon at /WorkTheTrigger. Jordan's day was now ruined, probably because we made his wife upset. So, guys, thank you again, and have a good night. We'll catch you next time.
See you guys.